Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, they're crowding round on a Saturday night. Four old friends in the soft firelight, talking about the Waltons and their mountain life, how they weathered through laughter and strife. It's a trip down memory lane again, living alongside the Waltons again. Coffee's hot and the story's poured. There ain't no sound we can't explore. John Boy's dreams and Grandpa's charms, Mama's strength and Daddy's strong arms. We know every line and every scene, a simple life like we've never seen. It's a trip down memory lane again, living alongside the Waltons kin. Coffee's hot and the story's poured. There ain't no sound we can't explore. Front porch swing and starry nights, days that fade into candlelights, sharing tales until the morning comes. Those Waltons days like a favorite song. It's a trip down memory lane again, living alongside the Waltons kin. Coffee's hot and the story's poured. There ain't no sound we can't explore.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Waltons review, where tonight we're reviewing the Waltons episode, The Choice. There, it's from Season 3, Episode 20. With me, I got Resolute Germ. How are you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing, Gorilla?
I'm, way it sounds is, I'm gonna sit there and tear all the relays out of my car tomorrow and check them. So... hopefully I can get that fixed so I can have my damn car back. How are you doing,
making you fix that yourself?
Well, I'll see if I can fix it myself. It'd save me a shit ton of money.
Rest in peace.
I bought the car as is. As an as is sale.
Well, that's a learning lesson right there, Gorilla.
Not necessarily. It's either that or pay double the price for other vehicles.
Yeah, well, I guess you'll determine how expensive it is to get it back on the road. That'll tell the tale in the long run, I guess, won't it?
Yeah. But how are you doing, PvP?
Oh, not too bad. Kind of just one of those blah kind of days. Just felt kind of tired all day. I still went out and got a few errands done, but nothing too spectacular. Yeah. But yeah, not too bad a day.
Well, if you have said something, I could have gotten hold of Biden's handlers there and gotten the old syringe and give you the shot in the ass that they usually give him before a speech.
Yeah, well, they would have had to have a really fast plane to get here. So
yeah. Hey.
Oh well.
Or we got some of the fastest planes in the world there. We could get up to at least Mach 4.
Oh, there you go.
Mach 5. How are you doing, Mikey?
I'm doing all right, Gorilla. Just slightly under the weather, but should still be able to do my our Star Trek 6 review and plus other hot topics on the table tonight. We tried a brand new sandwich from McDonald's called the Arch. It was actually pretty good. It's got some onion bits in it.
Now you're feeling under the weather.
Yeah,
See, your
well, there we
problem
go.
is you ate McDonald's. That's your problem. You ate
Now,
McDonald's.
yeah. Well, we don't do it very often, so but it was a good lunch though. It was good. It was a good burger, and we had some strawberry milkshake for like our dessert. So
Yeah,
every once in a while we can treat ourselves. It's not too bad.
yeah. And welcome, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Productions. He goes, hello. And he goes, hey, Jim. And PvP, you already read this one?
Jim's Landscape says, TMI PvP. I seen Gorilla short video. Oh, okay.
I think I know exactly which one he's
Oh
talking about.
no!
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know which one he's referring to, but
Oh, I do.
you've been putting so many of them out, lady. I can't keep
Yeah.
up now.
It is not flattering PvP. I'm
Yeah, it's
sorry.
not
I
flattering.
might need therapy after that.
Oh well, jeez. Hey, girl, post a link in the private chat because now I gotta go and check this out later.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Suzanne says, hello, dear. Mikey, hello, girl. Hey there, Suzanne. Welcome.
Hi,
Well,
Suzanne.
hello to you, too.
Hey, Suzanne.
And everybody says hi. So,
Yes, Suzanne. You
Oh,
all right
excuse me.
there, Gorilla? You sound like you're a little bit under the weather
No,
too.
that was
Yeah.
me.
I blame the Mexican.
Oh, PvP. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was coughing.
I blame Gus at work. He's the one that got me sick.
Uh-oh.
So our prologue tonight. One of the things that I find distressing about life today is that people don't really seem to enjoy their work anymore. When I was growing up on Waltons Mountain, my father and my grandfather loved their work, and they installed a respect for work in each of us. But I recall one time when my brother Jason had to make a choice that was difficult for him, but even more difficult for my father. Alrighty. So, which tab? This tab.
Yeah, that prologue seems to be appropriate for this episode for sure.
Yeah. So they're
Though I've
working
never
on
heard of the director. Yeah. He
I
must
think-
be the director. I'd never heard of him, Alf Cagellan or something, or Cagellan.
I think he's done previous episodes, or has he not? His name seemed familiar when I
I
watched it
thought
today.
he's done previous stuff there.
Yeah, I think he's done
Okay.
some more other Waltons before this one.
We can look it. We can look it up if you're really that
I can look it
curious.
up.
Take a look.
Yeah,
Look it up, Frankie.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it under IMDb. See what we got here.
I know
Cool.
he's done
And
other
this says,
shows.
you said this is
probably.
episode 20, right? You said, yeah. Okay.
Season
Yeah.
3, episode 20. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched Judy Norton's The Choice
Yeah.
information, so I've seen that already too. So I was just kind of like taking a look at this and
Yeah.
Mhm.
da, 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 da,
Yeah.
here we go.
So
Season 3. Keep going, Gorilla. I'm looking.
all right. So we got Grandpa and Grandpa John working on the mill, and they're just talking. They're talking about how the. Oh wait, yeah, they just show them working, but then they flash. I don't remember this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
So-
and stuff like soap carvings and ant farms.
Yeah, so that's a long ass ribbon for your hair.
Sure is.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
Sorry.
I like how she's impressed some kids bring in a freaking ant farm to show and tell, and she's doesn't have any pride in her brother's musical skill with the guitar. Like, hey, come on,
Yeah.
I guess guitar playing's a little bit better in an ant farm, I would say.
Yeah. Now I barely remember this movie, but as I grew up, Alf was in a movie called Ice Station Zebra from 1968. He played Colonel Ostrowski in that. But he's originally he's of native Sweden. One time when he made his American film debut in 1949, he changed his name to Christopher Kent, but then he went back to
Is
his
this
real
the
name.
same guy? Because I thought we were talking about the director.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. He was an actor too. He was in
Oh.
Ice Station Zebra
What are his
back in
credits?
1968.
What are his credits as the director, Mikey? Does it mention
Okay.
Waltons?
Yeah. Yeah, I can look that up. He's got like 68. Yeah. He's got
While he's
68
looking
as
that
the
up, hello, Lemon Pie.
Hey,
Halen Pie.
hey,
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 Lemon.
Scurvy. And are you getting sick? Are you getting sick, PvP? I hope not. No, that was
No,
me.
I just felt tired. I don't think I got quite enough sleep last night, so it's just one of those kind of blah, tired kind of days. But I still got stuff done.
Yeah. So what's his director credits?
Okay. Well, he's directed 10 episodes of the Waltons. He's also done Hawaii Five-O. He actually directed 7 episodes of that. He directed 1 episode of the Planet of the Apes TV series back in 1974. He did Police Story, a couple episodes. He did the TV series Family. 8 is Enough. He did 1 episode. Um, wow. He directed a TV movie called Life, Liberty, and Pursuit on the Planet of the Apes in 1980. He did Vegas episodes,
All right.
3 episodes of
So,
that.
so
Yeah,
basically, he has a
Scarecrow. He,
he has a long history here.
right. His real name is it's actually pronounced Alf Kellen. I think he keeps the J silent. But yeah, I didn't know he was an actor also, so that's kind of cool.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that, Mikey. We
Oh
got
yeah,
this.
no problem.
We got this here where Mary Ellen's bitching that John Boy's a writer, Jace can be music. They're all better than me. What's left for me? La, la, la. Well, find your damn talent. That's all I guess. Oh, I'm all
He's better
Thanks,
than
Lemon Pie.
John Boy's always been the best in composition, and Jason's the best in music.
You're young yet. You'll find your way. Besides, John Boy and Jason are boys.
Grandma, I think I'm gonna scream if you finish that sentence.
I think you'll be sorry if you do.
I love that. See,
That was good.
you see, young lady,
Shut up, Grandma.
Grandma may struggle to get around there, but when it comes to taking you over her fucking knee, she'll have no problem getting a hold of you, and you will get dragged over her knee.
You will. Just clip that one, girl.
Well, I thought Grandma was going to just say, "Oh, Mary Ellen, someday you'll find that special red oak tree, just like I did."
That's Scarlet Oak. Oh, no.
And here I didn't think I'd get dragged up again.
Hey, I saw an opportunity and I thought, "What the hell? I'll go for it."
Yeah, just how you're in
Oh,
the feet,
man.
huh? All right. So yeah, shit. And they go like, you guys didn't help with anything. Elizabeth had to help, was the only one who helped with breakfast dishes. Then I can't.
Well, I haven't decided what I want.
Oh, well, fuck, at 6 years old, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're still eating dirt at
Shit,
6.
you have no idea. You're like going, I don't do, Mom.
Well,
You
Mary
know?
Ellen keeps saying she wants to be a nurse and all that.
Yeah, Elizabeth's
Well,
just
that's a good sign.
panicking.
Yeah,
She's
being a nurse
panicking.
back
Like,
then,
I
I
gotta
guess,
be
was a good.
something.
Yeah, sure.
Are you guys finding that the more we're getting into the series here, the more less annoying little bitch that Mary Ellen's being was from season 1 to now?
Well, Mary Ellen with her blue ribbon and her attitude kind of was bitchy in this episode again, though. She seems to
Yeah.
flop back and forth depending on the writer. Sometimes she's kind of like more of an adult, and then other times she's like the old bitchy Mary Ellen again. So
Yeah. Well, in season
She's
one, I
a
could.
bitchy adult. She
yeah,
never
well,
lost the
yeah.
bitchiness.
Well, she's
She
more
just does nice
tolerable.
things while she's bitching.
Well, I
Sometimes
think
she
it's.
seems less bitchy though than other episodes. So I don't know.
Well, I think she's been more tolerable in season 3. Mary Ellen,
Yes, yes.
and Aaron's been getting better too. Like Aaron was always like the sibling you never wanted in season 1.
Mm.
Like the one sibling you never. We all have that. You all have that. Like what? Like if you don't want this type of sibling, that was always Aaron.
Well, they always said that over the course of time, Judy North said that they would start to get more prominent storylines about them, and I think their tutors were trying to tell them it's like be less bitchy and be more attentive. So I heard that from Judy somewhere. So I was like, oh, okay, well, it makes perfect sense. If
They
that's what
actually
they're doing.
they actually told her to be less bitchy.
Yeah, oh yeah, less of a pain. Otherwise they don't put her in a lot of scenes. Yeah, so yes, less bitchy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
wouldn't the
I'm not
writers
kidding.
wouldn't the writers determine how bitchy she was episode to episode though, Mikey? That seems a bit
They
weird
would
that the studios
determine
go to
that,
that.
but
Hmm.
right, they would determine
Weird.
that. But see, Judy said that they were, because they did have to have tutors on set, right, for certain,
Right.
for Cammy and those people. So it's like, they had to be taught, while they were learning lessons, they were being taught, hey, in order to succeed as an actor or actress, you need to be a bit more tolerable and a bit more, and less of a pain in the producers or
Huh.
the writers'
Okay,
butts.
okay, so that's real life. I'm talking about like in the show.
Yes,
I don't
well,
know.
they had to apply that to the show. That's what I'm saying. Real life had to apply to what they were learning in the show and how to become, you know, better citizens, I guess. Maybe that's more of the word. So in the show. So
Anyway, back to the show.
back to the show.
Back
Yes,
to the
after that half-hearted explanation on my part, since I'm
yeah.
feeling under the weather. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, jeez.
Oh God, Gorilla jumped out again.
I thought
Uh,
Gorilla.
Gorilla had fixed that problem with that cord that kept unplugging all the time.
Yeah. Jeremy, isn't that why you said he was escaped before? Maybe that was it.
Oh, did it
oh
Oh,
no,
actually?
there
he
he
just
is.
had to
You were
turn it
gone.
back.
You left us momentarily there, Gorilla.
Yeah,
I am dry for a moment.
I had the same problem last night. Only I didn't realize it last night when I accidentally pressed the side button. If I press the side button on this mouse, it exits me out of the studio.
That seems like a
Yeah.
very unhandy mouse to have for live streams.
Hey,
Is
we
he
got
saying
it.
is he saying flat like flat chested?
Oh, Mikey, you sick bastard!
Oh, you can carry a tweet.
He's talking
Oh,
about they
jeez.
can't freaking
Oh,
sing.
okay. Well, I only saw the word flat. Sorry.
And your mind went straight to flat
And
chested.
it went straight to hell. Yeah, there we go.
Mikey, you've been hanging around me too much.
I know.
Yeah. And Scurvy said, "Hey Jim, Mikey, tell us about his diet. Mikey, tell us
Dietary
about
preferences.
his."
You tell me about it, Lemon.
And Mikey, how you
I'm
feeling?
okay.
Too?
Yeah, I'm okay.
And
Yeah.
is that young Tilly? No, because I can. Unlike Tilly, there. No, I'm not gonna go there. No, but Tilly, she's not autistic like the Tilly was. The annoying autistic, not the functional autistic.
Oh, and Judy Norton did say, I just want to mention that Cammy Coulter brought in her younger brother again in a scene
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this episode.
yeah. I mentioned
Yeah,
that
Gorilla
backstage there.
mentioned that. Gorilla
Yeah,
mentioned that
and
already.
Scurvy said they told her quit being such a bitch.
Yeah, it's Mary Ellen, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude. So here, Grandpa here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Like, for what we know is gonna happen here in the next few years, no, this makes sense. But we do not. There, I don't think even anything really started in Europe yet, has it?
No, what year are
Not
we
that
in?
I'm aware of.
Are we in
Is it still
35 or
1934?
36 now?
35. Oh,
Because they do mention the depression is starting to ease up at this point, and the banks are
yes.
lending money again,
Yeah,
right? So,
even Judy Norton said that in this episode that the depression's going
because I know
away. So
we were in 35 not long ago. I'm wondering if we're transitioning towards 36 now.
maybe.
Well, it didn't
All right.
start until 39, so
Yeah,
No,
that's it.
no. When did he take the Rhineland?
He took the Rhineland September. Well, no, he took Poland September 1st, 1939. So
Yeah,
he
but the
took
Rhineland was
Austria.
wait.
That was
The
before.
Rhineland. He took the Rhineland, then he went to Australia, Then he took the Sudetenland. Then he took
Aus-
all of Czechoslovakia.
Australia?
Australia.
Wow,
Austria. Austria,
Okay,
yeah.
there you go.
Hey.
Okay.
Go with
That's
what I
We're
mean,
about
not
to
what I
invade
say.
the kangaroos.
That's our alternate universe version of WW2.
All right, so here is our timeline. So we're in season
Okay.
3. Let's see. John Boy begins college at 34. Jason is
Okay.
performing with Bobby Bigelow's band.
Okay,
This
heart attack.
Grandpa's heart attack was at the beginning of 35. The
Right.
Corbett there.
Oh,
We haven't
there
got.
we are. There we are. Mill business, right below.
Yeah.
We're
There
at
it
least
is.
a year away from anything in Europe happening.
No, that's episode 24. So
But
we're,
I mean,
we're still in 1935. It sounds like.
yeah, we're
We're still in
35.
1935.
36 isn't until the end of season 4. It looks like.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah,
Germany
that's got Pearl Harbor, all
stuff
this stuff
until
coming
March
up soon in a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
well,
a
we
ways away.
well we have the ability for hindsight. We all know that's all coming up here. You know, it doesn't take a rocket genius to figure it out, even if you've never seen the show. That the show kind of follows like the events of what's going on in the real world versus then just brings it home to the mountain.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Totally.
do you think
that's
this
why I
would have
like
been?
the show.
Do you think this would have been a smart idea, John Riskin taking out loans and all that to expand his lumber business?
Well, I think he's taking the risk because don't forget he mentions in the episode that he can get all that really good quality equipment that they're selling off dirt cheap for a really good price, and it's like his opportunity is there, right in front of him. So I think that's why he kind of thinks it over and probably says it's worth taking a chance, since the interest rates are low at the bank still as well. So, you know.
So it's literally he can risk it for the biscuit.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially since he's going to call it John Walton and Sons, thinking the sons are going to chip in and work too, right? So that's what kind of throws the monkey wrench in the episode.
Yeah, if he only knew he's gonna come up a few sons short.
Yep.
Yes.
No spoilers for the war now.
Hey, we all know it's coming.
Hey, Jerm's just expanding on the story and allowing it a little bit.
I didn't say if they. I just said they won't be there. I didn't say if they're coming back or not.
Yeah, well, okay. If
All
they
right.
don't, then you did reveal.
Yeah. All right. So right here we got all the kids wandering off, and he's going, "Man, that Jake's is getting such long legs there, and you know." I don't know how true they say the saying is that the older you get, the faster the years get. But Grandpa,
it's true. It's definitely true.
yeah. But Grandpa
it's
saying
definitely
how he remembered when Jason used to be by Elizabeth's side. And he said that was 10 years ago. Yeah. So I guess we get back and forth.
Is it true that kids over time become more respectful of their grandparents or less? That's always
Depends.
bothered me.
I think it depends on the kids and the grandparents.
Yeah, I think so.
If they're nice people or disagreeable people, it would probably affect things.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it all depends on how you raise your kids. I mean, if you raise them right there, they'll be respectful to their grandparents, no matter how old they get. That's the best boomhauer I could do.
Well, just remember your own advice when your kids become 18. You'll look back going, was I nice to them? Did I do something for my kids?
Hey, just remember, you got to be, it's not your kids you have to be nice to. It's your nieces and nephews you got to be nice to because they're the ones that are going to sneak the booze into the nursing home for you.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's so true.
No.
That is so true. Yes.
Yeah, so some guy named Paul Lowell or Lowell wants an order out by Monday there. They said, fuck it, we can't do it, not with this equipment. This is what Grandpa says that they ought to expand their
Oh, is that where they get the idea? Because they don't have enough equipment to give to this guy? Is that what it is?
Oh, you're...
Order out by Monday. So much to do, Paul. We're going to have to turn him down. Walter Winch was just saying on the radio that the Depression is about over. Pretty soon, some folks around here won't have any excuse.
Yeah, you guys got a good 6 years left of that.
Yeah.
Well, how many years were they saying that the Depression was almost over?
Since day one. And FDR kept coming along and making it worse and worse. Every time you start to recover, here comes old crippled FDR trying to screw over everyone else just because he was mad at the world.
Well, he was taking drugs to eliminate some of his pain. Morphine, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Well, it didn't work. It just made him more of an asshole.
Yes, it did.
That tells how you really feel about him, Gerb.
If he was still alive, crippled or not, I would bitch slap him.
Well, I know Germ wanted to put him into a third term. I know that. It's like, oh, really? No.
Hey, someone did try stopping him from getting reelected.
That's true. Might have been one of Germ's relatives.
well, they couldn't aim worth a shit, but
hey, my relatives were not in the country yet.
Oh, they weren't yet? Okay. So I guess we can't blame them. Okay.
Oh, so was it your grandparents or your parents that immigrated here?
Well, there's a little bit of a question on that, as to some of my ancestors were wanted on several continents, so
whoa,
they didn't like to know where they were at any given time.
So
that's what you get with the Irish.
Yeah,
they left Ireland because someone wanted to hang them. They come here, someone wants to shoot them.
Wow.
Oh.
I don't know about the Depression being over, Pa, but things are easing up. You know, maybe it's time we went into business in a bigger way.
Bigger and better meal for it, huh?
Got the space right over there.
Yeah, that's good drainage there. Oh, but we'd need a new motor.
Well, maybe we need two, Pa. But we'd have our own lumberyard, get rid of this makeshift thing.
Hey, I think we could do it.
Why not? Jason will be out of school pretty soon. It'd be a cinch.
And he doesn't even bother asking him.
No,
just get out.
He's already made an assumption, which makes an ass out of himself and his kids. Oh my God. Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah, so they're gonna go pricing. They're giving out low interest loans to that. Then
I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked, that I overlooked, that I overlooked.
All right, so one of these kids is what's his name?
Cammy Coulter's younger brother. They'll show him real briefly. He's sitting near the front row.
Yeah, but geez, I mean, unless you got a, family history handy to look up his photo, and it's like I'm not going to recognize him, right?
Yeah, Jeff Kotler.
I believe he's the one to ask Jason to play the song about the soldier.
Oh, that would make sense then.
Oh,
good point.
Did you notice? Did you guys also notice in his song that he said "overlooked" 3 times"? Is that like an early 1930s version of a rap song?
Oh, please don't mention rap.
You both are pronounced. Yeah, you both pronounced it wrong. It's pronounced crap.
Oh, crap.
Except for Tom McDonald, he has some decent ones.
Oh boy. Yes, that's definitely my least favorite genre of so-called music, but I don't even think of it as music, though. He's pretty good on guitar, though, isn't he? Like, I mean, really, he's got actually real talent. So that's probably the brother there.
No, that's not him. He's sitting down on a chair. This is another kid that becomes prominent later on.
Go ahead.
He's the one that asked about the soldier.
Well, yeah, I thought that maybe is why he got speaking lines.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, he used to get singing, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So I guess it's a little
Yeah, it's right. That's him. There he is. Yep, the tiny little one right there. Yep, that's him. That's kind
Okay.
of cool, though. I mean, getting your little brother in a episode, even if he doesn't say anything. I
He
guess
does.
I think
Well,
that's kind of
He does
was
kind of.
it cool or was it? Hey, we need some kids. Hey, Cammy, don't you have like a little brother or something you can bring along to the set tomorrow? I guarantee you that's all it was. I guarantee you.
yeah. He's just probably hanging around the set. Said, "Hey, little one, you want to come over and sit in the front row of all these other freaking kids and listen to this guy or this young
No, I
boy?"
don't even think you. I don't even think he was hanging around the set. I just think you go, hey, you have a brother. Hey, you want to bring him along tomorrow so we can have an extra in the damn show, so we can fill up the.
Yeah, I think that's cute though. Still,
Yeah, so you just sing along, sing along, sing along, sing along, sing
yeah,
along, sing it, sing it, sing it.
Yeah,
And
I thought his music, like he's really talented, so I didn't mind the songs, but it did feel like padding a little bit after a while in the episode.
yeah.
not really padding, but it's setting it up for this. It's what it was doing is it's setting it up for this scene here, where
Oh yeah,
you have
setting it up for
Miss
the
Hunter going. You ever thought about taking music lessons, Miss
right.
Breckenridge? Even though this is like the 20th different job she's had in the series, but
Yeah, that makes
used to
sense. Yeah.
teach music. Used to teach music before she got married. So apparently, since she had married, she had to quit her job. What a dick of a husband. But
So
she's going.
I wonder though if it was like years ago when she got married, and now maybe she's widowed, and that's maybe why she's starting to do music lessons again. That's
Well,
what I
that's not.
kind of.
Well, that's
That's
not my
what I
point.
kind of.
No, my point was as soon as she got married, all of a sudden she had to quit teaching music.
Well, women kind of did stuff like that back then, though, when they got married, right? They kind of did the housemaker, homemaker stuff.
Yeah, but she still could talk music. But
Yeah, you'd
anyhow,
think, but anyway.
Well,
but
I went ahead and Gorilla, if you didn't mind, I went ahead and looked up John Walmsley's career, and he is 68 years old right now. He turned that back in February of this year. And this is just some of the artists. I'll just say just a couple. He worked with Brian Setzer, the Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald, Greg Allman, Roger Daltrey, the Beach Boys, Al Jardine, David Marks, Jan and Dean, Dean Torrance, Roy Acuff, Merle Haggard, Peter Gordon, Denny Lane, who went with Wings, with Paul
yeah,
McCartney and Linda McCartney. Yeah,
yeah.
he's worked with all of these different artists. I mean, so this is his fledgling career. This is basically he's getting started, and then look at all the people he's worked with. I mean, all these artists and everything. I'm
So
really amazed by this guy.
he sounds like he became like a studio musician then, working for these people.
Oh yeah, well, besides an actor, he was a
No, but I mean,
composer.
if he
Oh, he
worked with
also
so many
composed.
different acts, like he didn't just work for one
Right.
act and tour with them. It sounds like he did a lot of work in the studio, adding additional musical
As a session musician,
accoutrements
right?
to their albums or whatever, right?
Right,
Yeah,
correct. Yes. So he
Yeah.
did a lot of that.
cool. That is cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. Now, how do you now they never mentioned how much he paid Miss Breckenridge for her lesson, so it's like either what do you think it was a quarter a lesson, or hey, I'll get you your firewood for the winter if you give me some music lessons.
Did they ever mention there was a fee? I don't think they ever did.
No.
They didn't
Yeah.
mention a fee, yeah. So who knows? Maybe she just did it out of the goodness of her heart or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, she didn't give any
I,
free
No, but
now,
I think
now
she
with
realized right away the first time he came over, he was so talented that
Yeah.
even if he couldn't have paid her, I think she would have helped him anyway. Because
I
she
think
knew
maybe
that
I think with her being John's son, I bet you go that she could he just easily traded music lessons for getting her firewood for the winter and firewood
oh
for her
yeah,
stove and stuff.
could be,
It's makes on the side,
or
some extra food.
or maybe Grandpa could have snuck over a little bit of the recipe once in a while as well. You never know.
Well, she could just easily have gotten it from Miss Baby and Miss Emily.
Oh well, yeah, she probably had
Yeah,
a
that's true.
direct connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Anyhow, we're just ad-libbing stuff. So yeah, go give her a call. She'll talk to him. Blah blah blah. Then she's walking along, and John Boy goes, "Hey, Miss Hunter, I'll give you a ride. Hop on into the driver's seat here." And that's as far. I was gonna make the Red Hulk joke, but
oh man.
So they're talking, you know. Now, are they actually driving the vehicle, or did having another vehicle with the camera on it drive right alongside, or is it stationary with the
isn't
that
it usually, don't they usually use like a blue screen in the background and they're just filming it in the studio stationary? A lot of the time.
they're just filming the background of the outline of the car.
Yeah, so they just have a camera. They just have a camera set up in the studio.
Makes me work harder.
Because you can tell that's not real.
It, aren't you?
That's not real
Every bit
behind
as
them.
much
It's
as we
like
both knew I would.
like projected or whatever, right?
Only thing I'm having trouble with now.
Yeah.
Because I think the only time they're actually driving is when you have a long shot and you see the entire car actually moving down the road, right?
Yeah, I don't even think that's actual actors driving it. I think that was Sean Connery's dad doing the driving.
They're not even in a car at that point. They have the frame set up and they're just rocking it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's not actually moving. It's the background projection.
By people
moves.
like Proust and Thackeray and Dostoevsky, not boy.
Yeah. So they're talking. Yeah, and she's telling him to write a novel. Then he's like, "What am I going to write about? Up here, they're ordinary folks. They're good for short stories, but not long story, and not a novel."
Yeah, it's like if I start writing novels, I might end up writing like for a famous TV series and get to be really well known. And geez, I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah. Or it could go backwards. You could be a really shitty writer and hired by Disney.
Oh.
Yes, I went there. Yes, I went there.
Oh, what a terrible thing to say, Grilla.
Oh, hey guys, the boy that spoke up when they were listening to him playing his guitar, that was the director's son. His name is Mons Kellen. Yeah, that was the boy. Yeah,
okay.
Mans.
And welcome to Phantom Boomer Explorers. He goes, hello.
Hello. Ideo.
And Scurry goes, Phantom Boomer. Yeah. I bit my tongue earlier. I feel dumb, like I should have mastered having both teeth and a tongue by now. That maybe
it's okay, Sir Lemon. It's okay. You keep learning. Keep learning, boy. You'll learn.
Hey, about the time you don't bite your tongue, you'll tell a joke that even HR wants to hear.
Are you saying you wish you'd bit your tongue today instead of telling that joke?
No. Never wish. Never would make a wish like
never imagine. No.
You take the risk. You risk it for the laughs.
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
Yeah. So, they're just extraordinary people. So she drops them off there at fucking Eggs. And we got this here.
Died soon after.
So he's just singing songs to Miss or said she. Yeah, he picked up a lot of these songs from listening on the radio, and then he practiced on the. No, he says that she has a fine piano. Their family, they don't have a piano that's fine, but that's a nice piano right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And here
it's a shame about. Yeah, it's a shame about the actress who plays Mrs. Breckenridge, Adrienne Martin. She didn't live well. She lived to be 69, but this episode came out in 1975? Was 75 or 75?
Yeah.
So she died 3 years later after doing this episode. Yeah.
So we get this here with this music.
Yeah, and I'm guessing this is the first time he's ever heard classical music, probably, right?
Mozart,
Oh, yeah.
right? Yeah, that's what Judy
Yes,
Norton was talking
yes,
about.
they
Mozart.
wouldn't have been playing it on the radio back then. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that song. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's classical. I love that Mozart song. It's a shame about Adrian Martin. He had a good career.
Now copyright that, you motherfucker. That song there has been in the public domain for a couple 100 years. So copyright that, you motherfuckers.
You tell him, Gorilla. Yeah, if you decide to give Gorilla a copyright strike against Mozart, I'm going to personally come down there and take you all apart.
No, that's what appeal I can win. The serious errands and then John's like, he got that shit in the He goes, I got a surprise. We're gonna wait for the kids to get here, but since it's gonna be a bit here, I got another surprise for you, honey. How about we just go out by that old red oak there?
Yeah, come on, Olivia. Let's do the boom chicka wow wow. Child on the way.
Yeah. Boomers at high pie. And that is Mozart, right? Yeah.
Yes, that is Mozart. Oh, you know what? I could find out if you want me to. I could find out what Mozart song that is.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's see.
see yeah, it's
Let's see.
it's
All.
Can we have a hint?
Vegan Lied Lullaby, Opus 49, number 4, music by Johannes Brahms, played on piano by John Walmsley. Oh wow, he played it. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's string ornament in E major, E flat major, Opus 20.
Nice. Yeah, then he did The Maiden and the Soldier, and which was written and performed by John Walmsley. That was his own original creation, the second song he was singing. That's
Yeah.
cool. Even John back then, Walmsley was becoming a musical prodigy.
Yeah.
That's
well,
awesome.
how old was he when they were filming this episode? Like, he couldn't have been out of his teenage years yet, was he?
Well, let's see. He John himself is right. Well, right now he's he's 68 years old. So 1975. So he was 19. He was 19.
Yeah, I figured because he's only a couple years older than me. So that sounds about right.
Yeah, he was 19 years old when he was doing this. So that's awesome.
Man,
I mean,
that's pretty talented. I couldn't write a song like that now, much less when I was 19.
I can't write worth shit. All I can do is sing.
Yeah.
I can kind of sing if I don't have to hit too many high notes.
All right. So get back there. Then we're playing this. Can't copyright that, you motherfuckers. That's still in the public domain.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So yeah, he's getting history of classical music, blah blah blah. Apparently Mozart was 17, blah blah blah. He explains it. Then he explains that all of this musical, like he studied like music appreciation at school. He's got lessons from Miss Breckenridge now. He played with Bobby Bigelow. Right. Apparently that's a lot for 17 years old. So she put that out on the thing. Then the one kicker on the application. Now, how much money does your father make? Then he has to put all the supporters on there, which he'd probably get a free application there if with it being John supporting 11 people.
Yeah, I hope they have an extra page just to list all the family members that is getting supported, because that would take a lot of room up on that little form there.
Yeah. And I remember when I was a little kid, and I told you I played the flute and everything, but I had to take music appreciation courses or classes, even growing up as a kid. And I really did appreciate classical like he is, like he's trying to learn to appreciate it. you have to learn to appreciate all forms of music if you're going to be able to pursue becoming a musician or going into a musical career. You have to be able to
Yeah.
embrace all forms. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm so glad I learned how to play Three Blind Mice on the recorder instead of learning how to do my taxes. It can't. Really comes in handy in recorder season.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course it
You
does.
could always get the recorder out and play Three Blind Mice when the tax people throw you in jail, right, Grilla?
Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then when the recorder season
Three
comes
Blind Mice.
around, I'll go piss on the RRS building.
What I was really proud
that's
to
all.
learn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, BBB.
I was just gonna say that's the only thing they ever taught us in music in elementary school was that cheap plastic recorder that sounded like crap basically when I tried to play it, and I was just like, I'm not gonna get into music playing this thing. Luckily,
Yeah.
I got into music just listening.
I
to
actually
music, so.
my grandma actually gave me one time out. I have
Ooh,
absolutely no idea where it ended up at.
fancy,
Oh wow.
fancy.
Let's see.
Did you want me to
And
pronounce this?
it was some German shit. The one earlier. That's how you pronounce it.
It's Ein klein nach Musik. That was the one earlier.
Yeah, I like my pronunciation better.
Yeah, I like my pronunciation because I had to learn classical music.
Yeah. And DJ welcome. He agrees with us. Three Blind Mice on the recorder really comes in handy as a recorder.
Yeah.
Then he say hi to everybody here. You appreciate music much more if you spend some time playing it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I did take one semester at college learning classical guitar, which I got actually not bad at. I actually learned how to read sheet music, if you can believe it. Of course, I totally probably couldn't remember how to read it now, but I did have a little bit of experience on the guitar, and I played drums. My cousin and I had our
I played drums
basement
too.
band.
I love that. I love playing drums.
I was pretty good at drums for somebody self-taught that didn't know what I was doing. So,
It's okay if you don't know how to read sheet music. Most professional musicians don't know how.
Yeah, Paul McCartney doesn't know how.
Yeah, he doesn't
Paul
know how.
McCartney's dyslexic, so he has trouble reading.
Elvis Costello doesn't know how. I mean, there's all kinds of great musicians.
Oh, lots of talented. Yeah.
So DJ says, have a nice show. You all be safe, have fun, take care of your crew, and rock. Yeah, you have a good night there, DJ. There, hope to see you come on next cigar lounge there.
Yeah,
you need to scare zombie mouth again.
There you go.
Yeah, and play this Phantom. Sometimes I do explode.
Yeah.
All
right.
Man.
Sounds messy.
All right, so she's filling up, blah blah blah, and
amen.
I had an errand to run. Seems like the whole family was off today running errands.
All right, I can't wait another minute. John said he had something to tell us, and he was going to wait till all the family was at the table together. John.
Oh, they can't wait till all their food's digested?
No. By the way, Judy Norton said that's canned beef stew that came out of cans.
That sounds disgusting. That sounds disgusting.
Hey, actually, the Dinty Moore beef stew is actually pretty decent.
It's not bad. I like Dinty Moore. Yeah.
Okay, I thought Dinty Moore made dog food or something. Am I missing something? No, I mean, isn't that scene in The Road Warrior where they're eating? He gets a can out and it's Dinty Moore and it's dog food.
That's chuck wagon dog food. I think like the either chuck wagon or they call it some kind of canned dog food.
Yeah, I got something confused.
Well, who says they can't make dog food from the scraps they can't legally put into the food? They just turn it into dog food.
They probably put stuff into our. They probably putting stuff in our food they shouldn't legally be putting in there, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Oh,
they probably did over the years, and we never knew. It's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you ever thought what's in a hot dog? It's like, oh man, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, I don't want to know that.
All right, so we got this here.
New company. We're expanding our business. Walton and Sons Lumberyard.
Hey, that sounds great. What about the girls?
Good Lord. Oh, I have a feeling you're behind this scheme, old man.
Oh, sure. Blame Grandpa. Grandpa there.
Well, I don't think.
What, Mikey?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Grandpa's getting any tonight after that comment.
And it doesn't matter what he says; he's not getting any night.
Oh, come on. Grandma's not that much of a bitch. She gets horny too.
Yeah, well, I like to see the episode when she does, because that would be a change of pace.
So you really see, and you guys say that you say you don't want to see Grandma and Grandpa going at it, but yet.
Well, I don't. I'm just saying I would like to see Grandma making the advance instead of Grandpa, because Grandpa's always the one making the advances, right? I don't think we'll ever see that episode anyway.
So I gotta make me
so
die
if
here.
he wants to see Grandma, just hop on and ride in Grandpa.
I do not. You seem to think about it a lot, Pharrell. Are you sure?
You're the one bringing it up. You're the one bringing it up. Jerm, back me up on this. Who brought it up? Jerm?
Anyway.
I have to step away for a second.
Oh,
Grandpa's
rewind the tape.
Grandpa's and shit like he always is. So anyway,
yeah. As Kirby says, TMI. It says, I had to shovel a dead possum off my driveway earlier, and yes, I consider it as playing dead, but I don't want to run it over. Hey, you know, some of the people, like if they like, I know quite a few people. They hit a deer with their fucking car. They're eating the fucker.
Well, you don't want to waste good venison.
They'd probably have to eat it after their car got destroyed, but that's a different story.
Yeah, just cut all the oil and grease and rocks and road grit off of it. You're good.
Yeah, that's right. So is this a coincidence that Lemon talks about dead possums on his driveway shortly after the subject of canned stew comes up? Like, I'm just wondering about that connection there.
Yeah.
Just want to send us to the poorhouse.
Don't be a wet blanket, Esther. Well, you might get ourselves rich. Lumberyard.
Let me explain. Things are easing up around here now, and the banks are willing to make loans again.
Loans? John, you know how I feel about loans.
Well, so how did the bank function without giving loans? That's like how they make money. Like,
well, a lot of banks didn't make money, and a lot of them went under when the Depression hit, didn't they?
They held on to your deposits. They weren't under any obligation at the time to honor your withdrawals, because if there's a run on the bank, and say, "Oh, no money," and they made interest mainly off of federal deposits, kind of like they do now.
So basically, it's one big old Ponzi scheme.
Essentially, the banks all basically give their money to the federal government.
Yeah. Okay.
Liv, will you let me explain? Pa and me went by the Dawkins place today. They're selling all their equipment. We can pick up some fine equipment, dirt cheap. The banks are willing to finance us, and the interest rates are real low.
Grandma's right. Sounds like we're going from being poor to whatever's worse than that.
Liv, we can have a bigger mill, and we can get some good equipment to make fine furniture.
Won't that be something? A fine line of chairs and tables. Walton and Company.
Walton and Sons Lumberyard and fine furniture.
That sounds great, Dad.
No, Ben's really excited about it, but Jason is not. There.
Yeah, well, yeah, it kind of makes sense, though.
Hey, I can work with you full time.
And Jason, when you graduate, you'll have a trade. You won't have to cut fence posts. You can be a furniture maker.
And he's like, oh, fuck.
Jason's thinking, I'm fucked.
Well, it's good if he learns the skill. That whole music thing probably ain't as lucrative as you may think.
Oh, yeah. But that's what he wants to do.
For sure.
You know, I mean, he can make some money being like a music teacher and all that other stuff.
Well, especially if you're good enough to get into the, you know, what was the school called? He's going to hopefully get into. Can't remember, but it sounded like a pretty fancy music school, right? So if he's that talented and he applies himself and he graduate with with top of the class, then he might be able to get even hell. No, who knows? He might even get a job teaching at the school, eventually. So anyway, though, I do agree. Fine furniture making would be a good career choice as well.
Yeah. So basically, here they're scoping it out, planning it out, where to put the office and all that other stuff. They need to expand the road and all that, make the road wider. I don't think we've seen that part of the property before. They just must have went out to a dirt patch and filmed that.
Well, I mean, this does continue as the plot line, though. Do they build the new mill, the enlarged mill?
Yeah, the episode.
Yeah, but if it's in future episodes, they must have it near the house, right? So it'll be interesting how that works out when they have to film it.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, as far as I know, they're only scaling it, right? And they're just parceling out the where it's going to go. And yeah, so plus what's funny is when they're in that back, empty space, back in the background there is the mountain from LA in Burbank. And they had to use that as the backdrop. So
you're talking this scene?
The one where it shows the mountain in the background, Gorilla.
Yeah, it does show the mountain eventually, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the like I said, that's the mountain that borders, the studios there. Yeah, there. Yep, that one. Yep, that's in LA, baby. That's in Burbank.
So Mikey, are you trying to tell us that TV isn't real?
Wait, you mean they're not in Virginia? In the Blue Ridge Mountains?
Is that really the Blue Ridge? No, I don't think so. Yeah, but it's funny. No, it really is. It's funny to see the mountain back there, and you realize, well, wait, that's not that's not the Blue Ridge Mountains. That's Burbank, California, way back there. And
yeah, but
the mountain.
A mountain's a mountain.
Yeah,
a mountain's a mountain.
Well, exactly. I had no idea what the hell mountain that was when I was watching the show.
I know. I mean, I wasn't even 10 years old yet, and I had no idea what that was. So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a mountain." Okay.
It's like how many times do they put Vancouver in a movie, and it's supposed to be Detroit, or it's supposed to be New York, or it's supposed to be whatever. And I imagine most people watching it around the world have no clue it's actually Vancouver.
They did that for Toronto. Yeah, in Maiden Spider-Man.
Oh, they use Toronto too. I mean,
Oh, they realize it's Vancouver when there's a Canadian flag in the background.
Normally they don't screw up that badly too often, though.
No, once in a while they do PvP.
I know I've seen that a couple of times when they're filming. It's supposed to be like some American city, and there's a Canadian flag in the background.
Hey, it could be. Maybe it's the Canadian embassy in that American city. You never know, right?
Some people would probably think that. That's true. I
don't think.
No. Well, yeah, it's not like it's a close-up shot, but it's not like it's on the screen forever. Yeah. But like when you sit there watching, all of a sudden it'd be like, "Hey, what the fuck's the Canadian flag doing way there in the background?"
Yeah.
Well, Gorilla, when they have one thing I wanted. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. One thing I wanted to point out was when they do, and I just realized this makes perfect sense. When there's some movies where they have like the big, station, the train station, whatever, I realized, oh, holy shit, that's the Union Station down there in Toronto. And, and you look at it, you go, oh, the exterior's right. And all they have to do is remove some stuff to make it look like it's not Canadian, but it's like, New York City's Grand Central Station, things like that.
Well, a lot of those old stations look pretty similar, do they not, Mikey? Like,
yes,
even in Canada. I mean, because it seems like there kind of was a standard design back in those days early on.
Right.
So yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
But they did a great job, though, for exteriors and stuff.
Oh, well, usually, I mean, we got $1 billion industry here in the movie and TV industry, so the crews are, highly thought of, like, some of the best in North America. So they know their shit. Like, they know how to redress something and make it look like something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Alrighty. So, but anyhow, our fun. We'll get off our horse tangent here.
That's
and
right.
So they're mapping out and making a crude drawing of the to scale of the new model here. Then he's yelled at.
We can run those pipes. Jason, you stop that for a while? Trying to figure out the new working arrangements here.
Daddy, I'm practicing. Mrs. Breckenridge says I have to practice at least 2 hours a day or the lessons aren't going to be worth it.
Knock that shit out, dude. We're not trying to play it. I can't even fucking think.
Yeah, Jason, it's a good thing Jason wasn't playing like jazz or something, because then Pa's head would have probably exploded at that point.
When you're a jazz man. All right,
You're
so
trying to sing that song, Jazz Man.
Jazz Man, Jazz Man.
And look, they're all yelling at you and going, "Yay!"
Right. You know how I feel about having enough money.
You hard scrabble life, you right, Lemon? Yeah, I know I know there were days when I had to practice my flute, and my mom would say, "Oh, what about your homework, young man? You need to do your homework." I said, "Mom, I already did my homework. I got to practice."
Hey, see, two of my aunts were very smart on this. Brenda, my aunt Cindy, or was it my aunt Sherry and aunt Cindy? There's one of those two there. I know Cindy and either of the other two. They recorded them practicing one day there. Well, my other aunt Vicky, she actually practiced every day. But every time they make a mistake, all of a sudden my grandma would yell at the window that they made a mistake on this one here, blah, blah, blah. And she never caught on the exact same mistake every single time when they're just playing what they recorded on the player, on the player, like a cassette player or whatever it was. It was so funny hearing that story. All right, so Scurvy says, when the jazz man testifies. Mm-hmm. Carole King never heard gorillas sing LOL.
That's who sings the song.
Yeah, I know. You don't think I know you don't think I know the shit I'm singing?
I never said that, Gorilla. Another hidden talent you never reveal till it's time.
Yeah, so Jason storms out of the house there, blah blah blah, pissed, and John buddy off his table for a walk. And
Is this part where John basically tells his older brother John Boy, "Dad just doesn't understand. I want to learn music. I want to be a musician, damn it."
Daddy, I want to play music.
I don't think it's quite as dramatic
Carole
as
King
that.
is grateful. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you.
Yeah, Carole King is grateful.
Oh, of course she is.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can't stand everyone acting as though my lessons with Mrs. Breckenridge was just some dumb kid thing.
But it is some dumb kid thing.
Yeah.
Well, not to him.
Because he's some dumb kid.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't matter if it's the most important thing in the world to him. He's still a dumb kid, so it's just some dumb kid thing.
And plus, we gotta be realistic here. It takes years to become profitable in music there. You have to be able to cover your way until then. You got bust your...
You learn a real skill first.
Yeah. Well, I do like the solution, but that comes later.
I know exactly how you feel.
No.
Oh, yes, I do. You're
you're
learning about
telling
music
John
for the
Boy,
first
you're the
time.
smart one.
About what it really is. You want to share it with everybody. And you want to play everything perfectly.
That's right. Absolutely right.
And of course I'm right, God damn it!
Yeah, damn it, we served together in Broadway later.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do. They actually work together in Broadway. So what he's telling them is actually correct. Everything.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
the only other thing I know John Boy from is when he's Space John Boy in Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah, well,
He did a little bit other stuff than that, but
yeah, oh yeah. No, he was more profitable in Broadway than he was in regular films.
he probably maybe he just preferred doing that instead of films.
Yeah, and as we said about John Walmsley, he was such a great session musician that he made his way. He more than made his way, with all these great bands and people he played with. So, fuck, I mean, yeah.
Some actors prefer stage work, though. Some actors are better stage actors and they enjoy it more.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My wife played great banjo at one time, but it's too bad she didn't become, like the dueling banjo guy or, for the movie.
Oh, you mean the
Exactly. Hey, now be nice though. Yeah, but be nice though. Glenn Campbell's daughter eventually learned how to play banjo. She's one of the best playing banjo people in Nashville. So,
she got that near down.
Oh yeah, she's got it down, all right. Better than the original guy from Deliverance. Okay,
Glenn Campbell. I'm not surprised Glenn Campbell's offspring is talented because Glenn Campbell could sure play a mean guitar and banjo. So
his spawn did a great job, and she still does. So plays on a lot of things. Yeah, I've heard her too.
I
She's
can't
really
stand
good.
it when I make a mistake. I just have to play everything over and over again until I get it absolutely perfect.
I recognize the signs.
What signs?
Oh, yeah. When I decided I was going to be a writer, I was awful. I just wanted everybody to read whatever I was reading, and I'd carry around a book by Thomas Wolfe, and I'd grab onto people, and I'd make them listen to me.
I don't know who that John Wolfe or Tom Wolfe or whoever the fuck it was. They was.
He's a famous American author, Gorilla.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be that famous. I never heard of him.
Oh, he's quite famous.
Yeah, he is.
What was some of his writings?
Well, I haven't read any of his books.
Well,
but I know
can look that up for you.
But yeah, I'm sure he's got lots of information on the internet somewhere.
Yep, American writer. Let's see here.
Oh, while you're doing that.
Yeah, books. Yeah.
All I really wanted was to say, someday I'm going to write words like that.
Mrs. Breckenridge played me a concerto by George Gershwin. Now there's a real genius.
Oh yeah, that's basically the gist of that. Blah blah blah. Need to tilt the chairs up.
Well, I think the whole point of that scene is that finally the two brothers are kind of connecting on a personal level about things they care about, which maybe I don't think they have previously to that degree in the series. So I thought that was a really important scene, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever read this, Gorilla, but it's a book called Look Homeward, Angel. That's what Thomas Wolfe wrote. That was his novel, one of his novels.
Okay.
He also did a short novel, or a play. He did a play. It was called The Mountains, a play in one act, The Mountains, a drama in 3 acts, and a prologue in 1970. That was published posthumously after he died. They also had stories he wrote. One is called Chickamauga, which is a story about the battle in the Civil War. And there's the complete short stories of Thomas Wolfe from 1987 that someone put together. So he's done nonfiction, poet. He even did poetry. So
wait. When did this?
He was primarily a poet.
Now, when did this guy start writing? Because this is set in 35, and a lot of the stuff you said was in the 70s and 80s.
Right.
That's when
he died in 38.
That's when
in 1938 is when he died. So.
Oh, okay.
But he started writing.
I imagine he was born in the 19th century. I'm guessing.
Right.
October the 3rd, 1900.
Right, and he died September 15th, 1938. So,
Boy,
early stuff. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Uh-oh, Gorilla,
Uh-oh.
your sound is
Oh,
gone.
you did it again, Gorilla.
Yeah. What?
You cut out there, man.
Yeah. So what? Did he take a bunch of crack cocaine and put a shotgun in his mouth or something, or what?
Not quite.
No.
The 30s was a little bit early for stuff like penicillin and whatnot. So he died
Yeah.
of tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he
We actually just had someone in town yesterday take a shotgun to the mouth.
yeah. Well,
Wow.
one of his
Yeah,
famous
my
authors.
coworker was in the house next door when that happened.
Oh, you're
And he said-
kidding.
And
Oh.
the police, the fire department, and the ambulance all showed up, and he's like, "This might be a good time to leave."
Yeah.
So did he hear the gunshot when it went off? Like those
Yeah,
shotguns are pretty loud.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, because
Then
I lived in a part of town once years ago in another city that was a good part of town, and then it got the drug dealers moving in, and it turned into a shit part of town,
Yeah.
which is one reason I got the fuck out of there. And there was a guy across the alley, a couple houses down, that ran like a disco, a nightclub. And I guess one night, him and his friends had a habit of playing cards out in their garage. And I guess one of the customers that wasn't happy with him actually went over there with a shotgun and tried to murder him. I think he missed, fortunately, so it wasn't a homicide. But
how can you miss it? It has a wide scatter rate.
I think he tried to shoot. I think he was a dumb idiot, and he tried to shoot through the fucking door or something, and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
he got arrested, and the rest is history. But those things are fucking loud, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing: shotgun sounds are not uncommon this time of year. It's duck season.
Oh well, there you go, quack quack.
And it's duck and pheasant season right now. So
nice.
Yeah, hearing shotguns not uncommon at all.
Okay.
So welcome, Sci-Fi Sit Down. Goes hello everybody. Hey, Sit Down and goes.
Yeah.
Look homeward, Angel. It's Thomas Wolfe say his book. Okay.
Yeah.
And he said 1929.
So
Duck season. No, it's rabbit season. No, we can hunt rabbits whenever the fuck you want, but rabbits, we don't really hunt too many rabbits because they're not nutritional. You got it. Yeah, like if you ate just rabbits, you'd actually die from starvation.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think that's the point, girl.
No.
The thing is, I mean, you have different seasons in different parts of the world, right? I mean, it could be duck season there or rabbit season here. It's all over the place.
And wabbit season.
Wabbit? You talking about wascally wabbit?
It's wabbit season. Yeah.
Wabbit season.
Well, Sit Down, to be honest, I miss half your jokes.
Yeah, but this was a good one.
Yeah. Very good one.
All right. Let's get back to the episode here. And so Jason here, he's playing some piece there on there. Then he goes, "Here, I want you to hear this," and he alters it just a tiny bit. I'm not going to play it though. And she goes, "You composed that? You did it?" She says it's good. Blah blah blah. Then she talks about his dad wanting him to go to work. Oh.
Yeah, but when they pay your full tuition, if he becomes an accomplished, musician, accomplished pianist, or
no, he has to fill out a try to win a scholarship.
The scholarship, right?
And they'd pay the full tuition.
Yes.
He'd have to talk to his dad, blah blah blah, because he needs to get his salary information.
Yeah, but remember, Dad wants him in the family business. He doesn't give a shit. So.
Yeah. So.
Daddy, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Sure, while I'm down here. Hey, do you want to
bang
this on my head while I'm listening to you?
Taken with Mrs. Breckenridge?
Know about him. Everybody in the family knows about him the way he's been practicing.
She says I'm doing real well.
That's nice, son.
Now, I don't know how to take it when he's like not even looking at him. He's just like, "That's nice, son." Like
I
he's
think
only
it's
half
being
listening.
sarcastic as hell, but I've heard that before. My own dad said that to me. I was like, I didn't recognize it as sarcasm, but later
Yeah,
on I did.
I don't know if that's sarcasm or if it's he's being legit.
Well, if I think John's pretty much always trying to be legit. Actually, I don't think he means to be sarcastic.
Well, depending on the situation, I guess
I
PvP.
didn't read it. I don't think there's a really sarcastic bone in Pa's body. Really, I mean, he seems to be a very sincere, down to earth guy. So.
Oh no, yeah, he's sincere and down to earth, but just the way he was just looking at the thing, banging on it with the wrench, he's just like, "That's nice, son."
Well, he's probably thinking about work and fixing the wrench or whatever. He's not really thinking about what his son's saying.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what he's
exactly.
done is important, but what he's doing is also equally as important.
That's important, right?
In fact, it's maybe more important because he needs to fix and repair something with it, and he's got to get that wrench working again. So,
the wrench, you mean the motor?
That's why he needs a new wood shot, damn it, because this old piece of shit's falling apart on him.
Yeah, there you go. Remember, it was a cockamamie idea that Grandpa got in his head.
Yeah, well, Grandpa's old, and he won't have to take any flack for it for too many more years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's gonna die in a few years, right? A few seasons, he's gonna kick the butt.
Wait, Grandpa dies? Grandpa dies? Oh my god! What?
Yes, that's generally what
I'm
happens
shocked.
to grandparents.
Yeah, that's generally what happens
I
to
am
old
shocked.
people, eventually. I know. I am shocked to hell. Come on.
I thought Zeb would live forever. I thought he was an immortal. I thought he was Highlander.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm seeing him in Highlander now with a sword, chopping the guy's head off, going, "There is only one.
There is only one."
I guess that's
I'd like to see that now.
better than you getting the image in our heads about him being naked.
Oh,
I never said he was naked.
Yeah, Zeb is Ramirez. We could have replaced Chuck Connery with him.
Oh, jeez. Now we're rewriting Highlander. Oh, my God. Oh, man, I love it.
Oh man, now I have to send you something here after
Oh no. Now I'm getting frightened.
Oh, I got something special for you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
There better not be any pics of Grandpa naked. I'll tell you that right now, Gorilla.
No, that's next week's surprise. That's next week's surprise.
Okay.
Now, why is it whenever I say I got something something special for you guys, everybody's like, "Oh shit, what does he got?" Every single time.
It's because we know you that well, Gorilla. Don't you understand? I know. Yeah.
But yeah, your eyes are all pleasantly surprised when I present something.
Well, I mean, I must admit, when you make a song for us, that's genuinely nice.
Yeah, you're the ringleader, you big ape.
All right, so
anyway, back to the story.
Daddy, she's teaching me all about classical music. She's been playing me these Victrola records of music written by a man named George Gershwin.
What the fuck's a Victrola?
A Victrola was the record player she was playing the records on earlier in the episode.
It's a next level of phonograph, phonograph record.
It's an old style phonograph machine that I don't know when they started coming into vogue, maybe in the early 20th century. And back then, records were probably all still like 78 RPM. They were like acetate or something. They were very fragile. You know, you could break them very easily because my father had some 78 records actually, and it's like an old school record player, but very primitive by our standards today, of course.
Yeah,
but it worked. It worked and it sounded okay back in the 30s. It probably sounded great to those people.
Yeah, and wasn't George Gershwin like more popular back in the 30s and like the 40s? Like
I think that was his heyday, probably his heyday. I mean, go ahead and look it up again, Mike, if you want to. You
George
probably
Gershwin?
got your. you got your info page probably handy there somewhere.
Oh, I have my info page. Oh,
Well, it
okay.
saves me
Well,
the
that's what
trouble
we
of
call
having
it.
it saves me the trouble of having to remember how to spell Gershwin. So go for it.
I got it. He was an American composer and pianist.
He
So
was
maybe
huge. I
that's
know that. He was a huge
yes, of
composer
course.
back then.
Well, Rhapsody in Blue. That's a
Yeah,
big
that's a
song from
great
him.
song.
All right.
I know that song, and I love that song. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
right.
yeah, back to the show here.
Okay.
He's an American composer.
Good.
Yeah.
Daddy, I want to write music too.
Well, sure, son. Keep on studying as long as you want.
No, that's not what I mean.
Well, what the fuck does he think he means?
Well,
Mrs. Breckenridge thinks that I
ought to
John
try for
thinks he can
scholarship.
try out for
do it part time, but he wants to do it full time. That's the difference.
Yeah.
for a scholarship so that I
Gershwin.
could go to the Kleinberg Conservatory of Music.
There you go. Kleinberg Conservatory of Music.
There you go.
Right, which is in Germany. Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be in Germany. It would be not probably somewhere around there, but
Hey, we don't deal with that kind over here.
look, he's not going to go to Germany just a few years before the war starts. I don't.
Oh,
think
that's
so,
right.
maybe.
He gets delayed by the war,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
I don't
Oh,
remember those episodes
spoilers.
where Jason was, kidnapped by the Gestapo and ended up, in trouble
Wait,
in Germany.
Wait. There's a war.
Yeah, in about 4 years after Poland gets invaded by the Germans. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, just because
Oh,
it's
man.
Kleinberg. I'm guessing just because, well, I don't want to give away spoilers, but we find out at the end of the episode, I think it's a local
Right.
school, like within probably, half a day's journey or whatever, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Plus, it makes sense because Gershwin was not only into, piano, but he also was a jazz guy, like we just saying jazz man earlier. So he was really into jazz, classical music, and like I said, piano. So
Oh, the
it makes
classical.
sense. It makes sense that
Rhapsody in Blue is mainly classical,
All right.
orchestra, right?
Yeah.
All right, just a sec. He goes, gotta go get my movie ready tonight. As they drive by night by Humphrey Bogart and George Raft, followed by some more Farscape. So hit that Cosby button there. You have a good night, Boomer. We'll try to make it there.
we'll try to make it there for you, Boomer.
They drive by night. That's film noir. I think that's a pretty good film noir movie, actually, if I remember.
Yeah. All right. So let's keep this going so we can get over to the Boomers.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, that means if I won it, then I'd be going to school full time like John Boy, and well, it'd be all paid for, and I could study composition.
What good would that do you, son?
Well, then I could go on to become a working composer.
Well, now, son, music is all well and good, but you got to learn yourself a trade. You're going to have to support a family.
Who says he's going to have kids? Who knows? He might become a San Franciscoan. If you're getting what I'm saying.
Are you saying
he would not
everybody? Are you saying everybody in the music industry is of that persuasion, Gorilla?
I can give plenty of examples.
Well, they've gone that way at least once to help their career. Just look at Mr. Diddy, who is now facing life in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, P. Diddler?
By the way, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, say what you would say, Gorilla.
I was going to say called P. Diddler.
Oh, well, I was gonna blow you away with this. The Kleinberg Conservatory of Music is located in Kleinberg, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, but there's probably more than one. I mean,
oh, I'm sure there's more than one.
I'm sure
but
there was a different one in the 30s. So, Mikey, come on.
Oh yeah, back in the 30s. But I mean, the current one right now is in Canada. So
I bet you it was just like a geographical mistake that nobody caught on.
That's probably it. That's
I'm guessing it could even be a fictional school they just made up for the show, actually.
Yeah.
Or they heard the name and just decided to use it.
Yeah.
That's probably true. That's
They thought, well, all those old dead European composers, Kleinberg's European sounding. Let's go with Kleinberg. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
Well, isn't that just like John Boy wanting to be a writer?
No, it's not like that at all. John Boy's learning a trade. He's going to be a journalist or a teacher. What are you going to have?
Well, I'd be doing the thing I wanted.
Yeah, it sounds like a kick in the nuts or what?
Well,
I think that's
he could still be a teacher, you know.
yeah, but I think his dad's giving him a condescending kick in the nuts.
I think he's concerned.
Well, Dad's right.
I think Dad's just concerned. He's got a good point. Like, you know, learn to be a fine furniture manufacturer. That will pay your bills, and definitely with coming out of the Depression in a couple years, people are going to be, you know, tired of their old shitty furniture they got now, and they're not going to throw all that crap on the wood pile and, you know, buy some nice furniture.
Plus, back then, PvP, it must have been very difficult to become a musician that as a trade, you know, as a trade position, you know, as a job.
I think it's even more difficult now with the internet. Musicians are like starving these days unless they're famous, right?
Right.
You know, you can't make a living. Even the large bands, I think they don't sell records anymore. They make all their money by touring and selling like T-shirts and merchandise.
No. They sell the songs individually on iTunes. And
but you know how much
money.
Yeah, but they make pennies doing that though, Gorilla.
It's
they don't get paid much.
You make like $1 a song.
Oh, really? To the artist? Oh,
the artist sold it for.
I know. I've heard Spotify pays you like pennies per song for an artist.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. I mean, I really don't. I'm not.
No, that's why you. That's why you can buy it. That's why you sell. They put them on multiple different sites.
Oh no! You're talking about how much you pay to buy a song. You pay $1. Yeah, I could pay $1 to buy a song on Amazon, but the artist is not going to get $1. A lot of that money is going to go to like Amazon and all the other people that are feeding, you know, the management company, the record company. They're going to take huge cuts for that. The artist isn't going to get the majority of that $1. At least as far as what I've heard over the years. But as I say, I'm not an expert and I don't know the current situation. I'd have to research it, but yeah.
And gentlemen, let's say hello to Booger 414 is here too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Booger. Sorry I'm late. No worries, Booger. We're almost done. We're not almost done. We're halfway through. The internet
we'll be done.
has changed music, but not ruined it. I have been to a few concerts for artists I have found here on YouTube. Cool.
Well, I don't think it hasn't ruined it for artists that work hard and are innovative, because there's some young bands I discovered in the last 3 or 4 years that are great bands, but they do make their money. I mean, they put out albums and they do have vinyl and they have CDs you could buy and they're making some money there. But let's face it, the days of a band selling like 1 million copies of an album are pretty much long gone, unless you're like your major act still. But I think the most of the money's made on touring, because these young bands, they tour all around the world and they're cleaning up on, you know, concert tickets. But I think that's how they make most of their cash. Anyway, back to the story.
Sorry.
Oh, son.
And to put it all in perspective, the average salary for a composer now is $62,000 a year. Equate that to back then, and probably divide it in by 2/3.
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate your interest in music, but full time? No, I don't want you to do that.
I love the music for this background.
Yeah,
Walton's always had great music that way.
Yeah. So then this asshole on the wall here, that is they had it here. The picture John Boy has hanging on his wall of his bedroom are the American poet, essayist, and journalist Walt Whitman and English poet John Keats.
Yep,
I never thought of Walt Whitman as an asshole before, Gorilla. That was a whole new perspective.
Yeah, that kind of ruins my perception of Walt Whitman.
Hey, how often do I call people who I don't know the name of an asshole?
But
you should know me like
that. No, Gorilla. But do you affectionately call them an asshole, or do you just sarcastically call them an asshole?
It's a sarcastic, you know. that amount of number, I give it to everybody.
It's a sarcastic type of affection.
Oh, well, there you go. That explains it, Germ. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I can go with that.
I'll go with that too. Yes, I
Yeah.
will.
So we got John Boy speaking to himself in his head. There, then Jason comes in here. I'm not gonna play the scene. Once he gets him back and forth, he says that he wants to apply, but Dan doesn't want him. But blah blah blah. Then they talk about John Boy moving to New York City, and they're gonna start playing together. He's gonna live in his apartment. Blah blah blah. It's a real good scene. And he's gonna be conducting an orchestra.
And they're both going to get famous and rich and whatever.
Yeah. And they think of Dad as somewhat of an asshole and trying to destroy their dreams.
Yeah, they're thinking Dad should move in with Walt Whitman at this point.
Yeah, right.
And back to the music teacher.
Yeah. So he's doing this thing.
Yeah.
They're talking about the requirements.
Yeah, I have to say the actress that did play Mrs. Breckenridge did a really good job. And it's just a shame that she won't be around in 3 more years. So,
Yeah.
But she had a good career. She did a lot. So.
Oh, she was good in this, which was.
And she has a good suggestion. Like, why don't you just go work at the mill part time and then go to school the other part of the time? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that
is.
A good
No,
idea.
you want to say full time.
But that's why I mentioned earlier that the school must be close by, within driving distance, so he could put a couple hours in every day at the mill and then go to school, or vice versa, right?
It says right there. It says it's in West something Virginia. So actually, it's very close, I guess. Westham.
Okay.
That's it.
Westham. That's like 12 miles.
Yeah. That's
Well, there you
like
go
pretty
then.
close.
So he could schedule his classes for the morning or the afternoon, and he can work the other part of the day with Pa and Grandpa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure West Ham is closer to them than Boat Ride is.
So closer than John Boy's school is then. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's great then. I mean, I don't know why he didn't just agree, just ask his pa if he could just work, part-time.
Part-time.
And we'll get to the end of the episode, but she's so afraid to even talk to Pa, which is kind of a little bit weird. This is the scene I'm puzzled about. Now, remember the music teacher said he had to put the family's income, yearly income, and all that stuff on the application form. Now, he didn't talk to Pa, so how did he get all the information about their income?
Just guesstimate, like, what are they gonna do? What are they doing? Call up the IRS and ask for his tax returns.
So he just bullshitted his way through it. You're saying?
Yeah.
Either that or Grandpa was a little bit loose with information.
And look, he's in an actual restroom.
Well,
He's in the bathroom doing this.
Well, actually, you could probably look. She could probably figure it out by the orders and all that, because there's been a few episodes ago. Well, this guy owes me $3.24, and this guy owes me so much, blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, actually, because Pa's got that work desk downstairs by the living room, does he not?
Yeah.
So he probably could have just shuffled through there and found some of the records for the finances for the last year, and looked that up there or something, maybe like. But it was never actually explained, right? Which is why I brought it up. But
yeah, it's very easy.
That's okay.
It was nice though. They did show the bathroom finally with the tub and everything in there.
Right.
They got the dog. I was about to say about it. Yeah, go. So he's talking to Mom. She goes, "You gonna tell your father?" Yeah, well. Then they offer him a ride. They come along and they offer him a ride. He goes, "No, I'll fucking walk." All righty.
Yeah, I'll walk, Mama. Damn you, woman.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be rich and have all sorts of things like fur coats?
Right.
Oh, I want a bunny for one, Daddy. Martha Rose Coverdale has one. Oh, it's so cute.
All righty.
Oh man.
Oh, guy, catch up on chat and talk. I'm gonna go grab the dog.
All right, so Booger says my wife just got his tickets to see Puddle's Pity Party. He also went to see First to 11 on tour in New York City. And he says, Walt Whitman was a Walton? I never met a West Virginian that I didn't like. And then Booger says, John Boy tries preaching, settles on being a writer, gets recast, becomes a news reporter, then shows up for the movies looking like he did when he was young. That's pretty much the story of John Boy, Mr. Booger. You nailed it. That's it. And these young ladies, it's like, come on, fur coats and shit. Man, typical for 30s hillbilly women just wanting these fur coats. Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, not just hillbilly women. That's all women.
Well, mostly them. If they can't shoot it and put it on.
No, fur coats, mink.
Mink, I understand.
Height of fashion in like New York and Hollywood at the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how rich or poor, all women want a fur coat.
Of course. Yeah, as long as they don't have to shoot it themselves and put it over there.
Yeah, really. Well, I think it's pretty funny that Erin says she wants a bunny coat or whatever, and I think just a short, like few seconds after this, someone else pipes in, yeah, but she says, oh, the bunny coats are so cute, and somebody pipes in and says, yeah, bunnies are cute too. Before you skin them, Erin, just saying, I thought that was pretty funny, that scene.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Besides, bunnies don't really make good fur coats.
Yeah.
Right.
One, you need a lot of them to get a coat.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's your first
that's
problem.
true.
Hey, they breed like crazy. Oh, the dog's getting an ass over there. He ran away from John. Usually doesn't listen to Julie, but oh man, he's pissed because that dog ran off.
Yeah. But we're caught up in the chat gorilla. I just read all of Booger 414 stuff, so
all right, thanks.
We're good.
Soft and cuddly.
And so are bunnies.
Man, that's disgusting. For once in her life, Erin's right. Rabbits scratching, they're nasty and...
Mary Ellen, I don't think this kind of talk is necessary at the supper table.
For once, I'm on your side.
Yeah,
Esther.
go away, granddaughter.
Grandpa's agree with Grandma, so I suppose he has to make her happy for them.
For Boom Chicka Wow Wow later.
Don't
Yeah,
count your chickens
absolutely.
before they're hatched.
I don't agree with that, Esther.
Hey, come on, even grandparents need some.
All right. Jason's just looking pissed here at the time.
On Jason and me working out there and the rest of you helping in on occasion, why, I think we could all be lumber barons.
Daddy?
I don't know about that.
Oh my
There's a
God,
lot of work.
Grandpa.
Daddy?
Yeah, he just had to raise his voice.
Yeah.
Raise the voice to
Yeah.
I filled in that application, the scholarship audition at the Clamberg Conservatory.
Was that?
What's
And I mailed it.
Are you going to college?
I thought I told you I didn't want you to do that, son.
It's done.
Well, I don't see any harm in just mailing in an application.
Oh, and now Olivia's outed herself.
No, Olivia's playing peacemaker once again.
Yeah.
No, she outed herself because she knew, and she didn't tell John.
Right.
And John picked that up.
Well,
but he didn't expect her to.
She trusted
Right.
Jason to tell him, though, and Jason didn't.
Daddy, I can take Jason's place.
It's time for that, son. You're too young now.
I am not. And when are you going to stop treating me like a baby? I'm just as strong as he is. Ben, you heard
All right,
your father.
Ben.
Daddy keeps on saying
Woo.
it's going to be Waltons and Sons Lumberyard. Well, I'm a son also.
Quiet down.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, running a business is more than just carrying shit.
Yeah, right.
Personally, I think they should just get Mary Ellen in there working in the sawmill. Maybe with some of those hard hours, working hard, it would take some of the bitchiness out of her. I'm just saying,
Oh, absolutely.
Let me tell you something. I'd like you all to be able to do exactly what you want to do. But I'm not going to let you make choices that's going to hurt you. Now, you're going to finish school, son. And as for music, Jason, well, you can keep that as a hobby, but it's not going to get you a job. It's not going to help you raise a family and feed that family.
What if he doesn't want a family?
Yeah, what if he wants to be a loner and play in clubs and shit?
Who knows? Maybe he wants to be San Franciscoan.
Oh, no. Don't you start with that. hippie crap. No. He doesn't want to do that.
For that, John
Yeah.
would throw him
God.
in the river.
Yeah.
With a couple of rocks.
I'll be down in the van down by the river.
Art, where did we leave off on these here?
We left off where Booger says that John Boy tries preaching. I read that. So just read the next two.
He said that after trying not to get typecast, Richard Thomas was the Battle Beyond the Stars with George Peppard. Yeah, we were talking about his big space job boy.
Yeah.
And Mary Ellen ain't working in no sawmill and dusting up her purdy.
Her pretty.
Dusting up her pretty what there, Booger? You haven't clarified that.
Booger, stop.
PvP, he's just going to let your imagination
she's working in. The only sawmill she's working in has a pole and serves drinks at it 2 minutes.
Hey, Booger, does your wife look over your shoulder while you're typing these things, or is she in another room or something? I don't know. Let me know, Booger.
Hey, maybe the wife is like, encouraging him.
In all fairness, Mikey, I haven't corrupted him nearly as much as I've corrupted you in PvP.
True.
So
that is true. That is true. Even Suzanne will admit to that too. You corrupted me, you big ape.
I'm offering you a chance to learn a trade, to be part of this mill.
Damn you.
You keep this music composing for after hours or for a hobby.
Daddy, you know I don't want that.
I'm not going to let you run off before you even give this thing a chance.
I don't want to give it a chance. And if the only other thing I can do is run off, then that's what I have to do.
Well, bye, Felicia.
Oh, wow. Booger said she just came home from an Air Supply concert, so she is the one that you love. Okay, Booger, that's good.
Yeah,
and she definitely loves you because she didn't make you go to the Air Supply concert with her.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah. Air Supply is about 9,000 down on my list of bands I wanted to ever see.
Ever.
Yeah, not an Air Supply fan. Definitely not. Not
All
my
right.
kind of deal.
All right, so we got John Boy here. I really want to play the scenes, but I feel like I'm playing too much. He had a great talk with John. Like, it's gold stuff here. How John Boy was 16. He's just reminding him how John treated him when he was there. And he has another one that's running off. He feels guilty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This was good. There's one scene here.
Be somebody.
And they had a scene in here, too, where they suddenly focus on his hands and they just cross it. He just puts his hands together. It's like a quick glance he missed it, but this is the scene I want to play.
Jason was wrong, going against John's wishes, applying for that audition.
How romantic having coffee by candlelight.
Oh, man.
That's romantic.
I thought this was a really sweet scene, actually. It was really cute.
It's pretty sweet.
Most of what's in Zeb's cup is the recipe by this point.
Yeah.
Without telling them.
I'm not worried about Jason. He's a pretty sensible fella, even did fly off half-cocked. By today, you'll see things clear. But it is John that I'm worried about.
I don't think Grandpa's actually worried.
I'm sorry. Hearing Grandpa say half-cocked, I couldn't help but laugh. I'm sorry.
I didn't say it, girl. I did not say
I
it.
do not even want to know what's going through your mind on that one, Mikey.
You know very well what's going through your mind,
girl. It's what be going on with Grandma later. You never know.
Music. What are you going to do? Play piano in a burlesque house?
Pay
the bills.
Yeah, Jason should probably get a job doing that. He's getting better on the piano. So
Yeah, Booger said she went with a friend, so I didn't have to. I remember when my mom really, really wanted to go to a Willie Nelson concert there. My mom's handicapped, so she can't just go by herself, So my dad bought 2 tickets, and he invited my grandma to go along with him to a Willie Nelson concert. So so my mom and grandma went and listened to Willie Nelson. Well, my dad sat at the bar and went and played the slot machines.
Yeah.
At the casino. So he paid an extra ticket just so he didn't have to go.
Now, Gorilla, this next one with Booger, he's using some lyrics. I promise I won't get you struck, but I just would like to read the way I think you. But yes, she's the one that I love. We can make love out of nothing at all. And even the nights are better since I felt you. Yeah, there you go, Booger.
And the stream just got taken down.
I knew I should have brought a I knew I should have put a bucket next to the desk tonight, but oh well.
No, knowing what I later found out about the grandfather, or at least the actor, hearing him say that these things mean something different.
Yes,
Yeah.
something different for
Alrighty.
sure.
No, he's not acting like himself.
Yeah, Grandpa, you're not acting like yourself either.
Stern toward Jason.
Oh, of course, you know. I treated him the same way when he was a young one.
You never did.
You remember that time when he came back from the army and he was all set going off to Norfolk or Newport News or somewhere to get a job?
Hey, now let's talk about after the army. Was that after he came back from France?
That's when John came back. Yeah.
We know John was in France
from the war.
Gorilla,
he came back from the war.
Gorilla, I think we're corrupting Sifdan. I think we've already corrupted him.
Since Grandma,
great! Now I have to
are they
fix
going to go the dirty deed? Hopefully not. Gee, that's fucking. You stole that from PvP. I'm pretty sure PvP texted at you that.
You know, Sith Dan. No, I didn't text him because I have no way to text him because I'm not have anything way to text anymore. But Dan, you have to do better than that. You're like 3 or 4 months behind with that comment, buddy.
Yeah, you're way behind.
You're way behind.
Yeah, we've had I've already got that clip circulating around. Grandpa wasn't all interested in Grandma.
Oh man.
Yeah, neither of them were, as actors go. They're pretty much the opposite of what you see on screen.
Well, was it Will Gear batting for the other team, so to speak?
I think he was married to a woman at one point in his life, but he was kind of like bi. And I think Grandma was definitely batting for the other team, so to speak.
She was.
Okay. That's the place we've been talking about this.
But I think that's one reason.
Both of them had a problem with a guy named McCarthy.
Oh my god!
I think this is one reason I enjoy this scene so much is they are such good actors. They really do sell that they're actually an old married hetero couple, right? And they do it brilliantly. And I think this is a great scene. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, so
it's a really cute little scene.
Stand the idea of working alongside of me.
I remember. You were awful. You were mean. I just couldn't understand why.
Yeah, I was scared and angry.
Scared? Because he didn't
see the affection there with the hands. I thought that was a beautiful little subtle thing they were doing there.
That's a cute little thing.
Then after the director says, "Cut! Now quit touching me, you fucking old fart."
Come on.
hopefully their working relationship was slightly better than that. But,
oh boy. Oh. Sci-Fi Sif Dan, you need to really catch up. Jeez.
Let's see. Thank you, Sif Dan. At least someone else is chatting. If he was in the Navy, he would say for sure, Mr. Oh, what the fuck, Sit Dan? Seriously, what
Stop feeding the minds, PvP.
Dan,
man.
Really, buddy?
Wow.
So Sit Dan is missing his semen. I think there's a department in the FBI that'd be very interested in that. Let's see. Booger says one day McCarthy will be vindicated. He already is.
Yeah.
Agree. They play their roles well, and the kind of tied the cast of the story together when needed. Yeah. He longed for his favorite longshoreman. All right.
Is that the way? Is that the same way, Booger, that LD Cheese favoring his leg or his foot up Gorilla's butt? Is that the same longing for?
Yeah, that just does not have the same ring to it as saying that saying he has his foot up my ass.
Oh, it doesn't.
It just doesn't have the same ring. It's like if I would call the cigar lounge a cigarette lounge. It doesn't have the same ring.
It does have the same ring. Okay, just checking.
He no longer be our son. Then I was angry too because he didn't seem to think that the things we liked were important to him.
Yeah, well, I know one thing. I know that he's glad that he decided to stay here. He likes the mountains and the land just as much as we do. And he always has.
Oh, you come back here that time we had gone away.
Well, the only other time he's seen different scenery was in the fields of frickin' France, and he was getting shot at. So of course he's gonna go back to the fucking mountains where he's not getting shot at.
Of course.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was hanging out in Paris sipping coffee or something, right?
Well, he was, and he was chasing women in Paris, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Jason.
Dan, I can't believe you said sometimes.
Okay, let's maybe concentrate on this and not the chat.
I'm sorry. I am. Sorry, PvP. Sorry.
You know, those two boys, they're kind of artistic like. That's the way they love our land. But me and John, we've got to have the feel of the wood and the earth between us.
Now, notice how they're just playfully with the hands, but they're not exact. I'm not even sure if they're looking at each other, if they're reading the script, or if they're trying to remember. But they're not looking at each other, but they're playing with each other's hands. This is like good shit.
It's great. I think it's one of the best scenes between Grandpa and Grandma of the series so far.
Because it seems legit. Yeah.
Well,
it seems like the feeling is there.
It's real. It's like an old couple that loves each other deeply. They don't often want to show it to one another because they've been together for so damn long. In a way, if you've been married for like 50 years, you must get kind of a little bit tired of each other's quirks, right? After a while. But it's just, I think it's a lovely. Well, look at the expression on Will Gear here. It's like, it's so good, heartwarming. It's a heartwarming scene.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm sure they learned their lines, but I think they could be ad-libbing a bit as well as the scene goes on.
Well, I mean, they're older actors. They're allowed to ad lib, right, and improvise on the fly. So
they know their craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, in the long run, he will. He wants them to have what they want, and he'll let them go one by one if they want to. Ah, come on, old girl. Let's get ourselves to bed.
Zeb, that's not.
Eskimo kiss.
I love that. That was so funny. Yeah.
That's some cool.
Then they blow out the candle together, and this is like the perfect end of scene. They just blow it out, and everything goes dark. You can kind of see them walk off, and then they go to a different scene.
And then you listen to music in the background going boom chicka wow wow as they go up the stairs.
No. You just ruined a beautiful moment there, Mikey. Oh my.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Okay, pleasant classical music. Okay.
Like Grandma and Grandpa, you think they're all right?
Yeah. John's restless, and he talks about this is another good scene, but I'm playing way too much tonight.
Yeah, this is good.
There's too many damn good scenes, and this is the problem, girl.
Yeah. They go back and forth. He's talking about different. He's treating him different. Blah blah. And John just has to appreciate something. They're all going back and forth, and he's like, I think I'm gonna go for a walk. Then I'm gonna go too. No, I don't gotta get it. He says he's gonna go for a walk. Then she goes, "Well, I'll go with you." And he goes, "I don't want to get out of bed." So why don't they go for a walk and they can head up to the old Red Oak? There.
Yeah, there you go.
Then
they can dream about
the I'm definitely gonna play. So you got Jason here.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Me, son.
Yes, sir.
Hey, at least he knocked.
Hey,
at least get that much.
They usually knock in this show though because they're polite, right?
Yeah.
You're going.
It's like I like how they just face off each other. John just has that feet and shoulder length apart, head cocked a little bit.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah,
like
and
how
outside.
Pa goes, "You're going?" question mark. Like it's like he's not telling them not to go,
Right.
which is like I thought kind of amazing because you would think maybe John would have maybe been a little more resistant to his second eldest son just walking out the door and going wherever to fend for himself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Before I left. I know I shouldn't have mailed that application in without asking you.
No, son, you shouldn't.
I'm sorry. But, well, I figure things are only going to get worse, so might as well leave now.
Jason, how are you going to take care of yourself?
Well, I reckon I'll work with Bobby Bigelow as much as I can.
Be traveling all around then. You won't have time for the conservatory.
I'll just have to figure out a way to do both.
Would you consider a part-time job at the mill?
Yeah, and what a beautiful compromise. Too bad they couldn't have done that 45 minutes ago.
They're doing this for more dramatic effect. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, they're also doing it because they needed a 45-minute episode, so
Yeah, true.
Would. Can it still be Walton and Sons?
I'd like that just fine.
Well, yeah, he
You know, I
already
might
bought
not
the
even
sign,
be
so
in that
it's going to be
scholarship.
Waltons and Sons.
You try somewhere else.
Thank you, Dad.
I love
Yeah,
you, Daddy.
this is-
Can I give you a big hug?
But that works out
Oh,
perfectly because you said,
Yeah.
Gorilla, that it was about 12 miles away to the conservatory. So he
Right.
could definitely do like 3 or 4 hours of classes every day and then work 3 or 4 hours at the mill if it's only like 12 miles away. Wouldn't take that long to drive back and forth, right? So, yeah. Perfect compromise.
Yeah. Let's see. Sit there and says, yes, I do have a dirty mind sometimes. I have seen almost the most of Planet of the Apes movies. And thankfully, never wonder about gorillas' butt. The feel of wood, really?
man.
He liked to feel wood. Okay, I will stop now. And the candlelight is both historical but also romantic. Hearing them talk about their son going off to war and comparing it to their grandson going off to the school music is interesting. Well, it's more of like the leaving home deal.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah,
musical because
yeah.
he feels her.
Her box side.
Backside.
Instead of her backside,
Oh,
box side.
my.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
Oh,
it's oh my.
her box
Oh,
side.
my.
Oh.
Her box
Yeah.
side.
It was like PA wants to be loving, or it seems like Pa wants to be loving and supportive,
It's Paul.
but the
Yeah.
time is standing his ground for a bit more. And now Cynthia finally says hello to Booger. And Booger
Yeah.
says, Pa still doesn't understand all of this music stuff, but he understands families more than most people. Yes. And Ralph Wade is a great actor. He sure does know how to handle his handle.
Handle is handle.
I agree with
Yeah.
Ralph Waite, though, being a fabulous actor. He really is good in this series.
He really is.
Yeah.
And Booger, and how long is your wife going to leave you unsupervised?
That's
don't
kind
forget,
of
I
a
got a stream after
personal
this.
question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, because I have a stream after this, and we might go into some risque stuff, so I just want to warn him ahead of time, before his wife
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So we're almost. Let's get this done. I think it's
wonderful.
Oh, it's a great scene.
Oh, I love you, Daddy.
But it's like, I understand you now. I understand.
John, Richard Thomas like, you are so wonderful. You're wonderful. No, we're not going to Alabama. We better not go to Alabama here.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing when I saw this right here. It was like, oh God, I'm glad this is not a modern show where they probably would,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're not gonna. Well, actually, I don't know if Alabama would take this kind.
Okay,
man.
Booger. He says his wife ran away to bed. She told me to have fun on both streams. Okay, Booger. That sounds fun.
Oh, he must be on Troy Pacelli's also.
So,
yeah, probably.
The show about simple people would not have been successful without the powerhouse cast they had. Well, I think it's more Will Geer, Ralph Waite. Michael Lerner's pretty good, but if we didn't have Will Geer and Ralph Waite, the show would have sucked.
Well, I also think that John Boy, Thomas does a great job too. Richard Thomas is good.
Yeah, and everyone doesn't mind to suck up.
I think the whole cast. I even think the kids are good in a lot of episodes, but I do agree it's mainly grandpa and pa, and I would go with putting in John Boy, and I do think Michael Learned, and Ellen Corby are great too. Like I think the top all the adults I think really hold the show together, and then the kids kind of have their moments. Well, like Jason, this is basically a Jason episode tonight, right? And
it is.
We kind of got a lot of development in his character, which goes forward in the series, and so I think all the actors contribute when they have a chance, when it is in the storyline, basically, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm going to write that novel.
John Boy, you've been dipped in the recipe.
I'm intoxicated.
That would be John Boy has gotten into the recipe. Has had the recipe before, I believe.
Oh yeah,
I think he's had it a couple times.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if Pa's had a few samples of it over the years as well.
Oh, we know Grandpa has.
Oh, Grandpa, yeah, he's probably still got a couple jars in the closet.
Hooch? They call that the hooch back then. They get into the hooch, into the stash. Yeah, that's what Suzanne said. Yeah.
Let your mama know about it.
Oh, she's gonna know about it. Everybody's gonna
know
about
I'm drunk as the stuff, Daddy.
But Dave, Miss Hunter was telling me.
Let go
you know
home, man.
Yeah. No, he's just getting way too excited.
I think so.
I don't think he's been this excited since puberty. Yeah.
Or as well on Battle Beyond the Stars.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
It's gonna be about
I get going outer space.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes, you. And the extraordinary things you do so that your children can grow up and have the kind of lives that they want. It's going to be about Mama. And it's going to be about Grandpa. And it's going to be about Grandma and Mary Ellen and Jason and Ben and Elizabeth.
Now notice he left Aaron out of there. And Jim Bob. Let's just skip over them.
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to end.
What?
I was wondering how it's going to end.
I don't know. We're
We'll
still
figure
living
that
it.
out, Daddy. We're
All
still
right.
living it. I like that.
All right.
So
So for our prologue, almost all of us chose careers that took us away from Walton's Mountain. But no matter how far any of us traveled in later years, we always came home. And while we were away from my mother and father, were always with us, in our hearts, and most important, in our attitudes towards life.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get you something to drink here in a minute. So, let's start with you, PvP. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought this was a good episode. Jason's character got quite a bit of development. It was nice they furthered the music, his interest in music, because that has been an ongoing theme, through the series up till now. So it was nice. I think, nice for the actor too to finally get an episode that centered around him. So that was good. I like the lady giving the music lessons. She seemed like a real sweetheart. Good character. Good one. And for me, there's a nice dynamic between Jason and Pa butting heads against their different thoughts on Jason's future. I love the grandpa stuff. I thought that one scene in the kitchen by candlelight was maybe the highlight of the whole episode for me, because it was just really nice. I think it was maybe 3 or 4 minutes, but it was just so well acted by the both of them, that it really felt real to me. And a lot of times, let's face it, TV doesn't really feel totally real sometimes in a lot of shows, but that scene, really did feel real. And the Waltons generally can do a pretty good job of having a sense of reality, which is one reason it's a favorite series. But yeah, I really liked it. Watching it earlier today, it was good. But rewatching it, talking about it with you guys and Gorilla, since you played, a number of scenes, damn, I'm going to have to elevate it. I'm going to put this one up to, because I know there's better ones, but I'm going to put it at, I'll give it a A. I'm going to give it an A. Fuck it. I'm going to give it an A.
All right, an A. Alrighty, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Hey, though I do admit that some of the hey Daniel, though I do admit that some of the scenes seemed a little slow, but they did. I mean, but when they were slow, you realize they were heartwarming. Uh, I have to admit though, I have seen better episodes, and like PvP, I mean, I had to elevate it slightly because some of the those ending scenes, especially between John and Dad, and then Dad and John Boy, and yeah, those are meaningful, and of course the scene between Grandma and Grandpa is poignant. It is definitely probably one of the better scenes of the whole episode. The way it's so natural and heartwarming. Initially, I gave it like a C plus, but you know what? I just elevated it to a B, so I gave it a solid B. That was my grade.
Okay, Gerb, how about you?
Well, the pacing for me was quite slow. They had Paul acting out of character with being so blunt and dismissive of his kid. And overall, I really just didn't like the episode. I didn't think it really moved anything farther along. We all know where this is going, and I think it's about time we got there. These episodes are starting to drag. I give it a C minus.
Okay.
Alrighty. For me, this was like at first, yeah, it was a little slow. Like, come on. But as it built there, it kind of built, and then that last 20 minutes, the back and forth and the different. It's nice having a Jason centered episode. That last minute, it brought a little bit of a tear to my eye, almost. With how they're going back and forth. And John Yancey was angry. He built all these plans, as assuming his kids would go along with it, just to be crushed by him. And he was going to force his plans around no matter what. But then he just decided he had to compromise there. So I'm giving this one an A+. This is one of my top episodes of this season. There, so. Oh, shit. You know what I forgot to do?
The poll again.
Yeah. You forgot the poll?
Damn it!
Yeah.
We got one of us has to remind him when we start out these things.
Man.
Hey, Gorilla, don't forget the poll.
I'll tattoo it on his forehead.
Yeah, which poll?
Yeah, what poll?
Hey, I'm not going near your poll. I ain't fucking going near your poll. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'll have to start remembering to send Gorilla a JPEG of a stripper doing the pole dance about a day before all these episodes from now on. Just to send him the message,
Good PvP. Send it in an email and say, "Hey, here's your JPEG of a stripper pole."
I can send it to the email for sure.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna finish up the chat here. So as a kid, I didn't think Will Gear played all that important of a character. As an adult, I realized how much of an anchor he was. Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very much.
Totally.
Still a heartwarming moment between father and son. Am I correct in this sense?
I would say so, Dan. Yeah.
Yes. Seeing the way the kids' characters progressed and along with that, the actors grew up kind of reminds me of the 8 of Nefcast. Yes, in a little bit. Although I seem to remember that the Walton kids did better as adults than 8 is enough, except for Mark Hamill, who escaped obscure space. All right, can you guys finish the rest of the chat here while I get her some milk?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Gorilla. So Daniel says, "Hi, guys. and Sifdan did give it a solid an A. Well, cool. All right, Sifdan.
Nice.
Yeah, and Booger says, I think Paul was always kind of blunt, at least at the start of any issue. Of course he was, because he had to go through rougher times than they did. It isn't Gorilla fault. Will Gear was holding the pole. I had to do one more.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh my. Anyway, while Gorilla's away, don't forget, Booger, that I do have my own stream. I'm doing review of Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, plus we'll discuss other topics. I'll send out the StreamYard link because I'm not pinning it to the chat anymore. There's been issues going on with that. So, but you will get your copy of it, and so will Gorilla. And at PvP, I'll send it here to private chat before I leave, so that we have it as well.
Oh, speaking of private chat, I wanted to mention, but I didn't want to interrupt the episode while we're reviewing. I put a couple things because I know you're a big music fan like I am there, Mikey.
Yeah,
I put
of
a
course.
couple of, people say there's no good young bands, but I put a couple of links to a couple of bands I really enjoyed that are quite young. I think they're all in their 20s, probably. The first one's to a band called Starcrawler. That's an American band. It's a really nice little. They did I think a charity concert. There was no audience, but they still filmed it live. It's about maybe 30 minutes long. It's really good. And then the second one is just a one video by an Australian band called Emil and the Sniffers. They're kind of a punk band out of Oz.
Oh,
and they just put their third album out like a week ago or so. So they're on the move. So yeah, a couple of really good bands worth checking out. So yeah.
Oh, thank you, Gorilla. I appreciate that. I didn't know if you had time
By
to
the
give
way,
out a drink there.
I'm not Gorilla, but that's okay.
Well, no, I was just looking at Gorilla
I
where
thought
you
you were
put my
calling me
stream.
Gorilla. Okay,
Oh,
whatever.
no, I wasn't calling you Gorilla. No.
I thought, geez, I'm gonna have to start growing fur or something here. Jeez.
Yeah. We also got Sci-Fi Sistan with a Transformers Prime watch party coming up.
Yep.
If Transformers aren't your thing, Mikey Suze, you do have your stream.
Yep, it's coming up in about 24 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it live on your channel, Mikey?
Yes, at 11:15. So
so
I moved it up.
You're doing a live tonight. Okay.
Yeah, I am doing a live.
Hey,
yeah.
The kid pressed my button there. I've been back. Mike, I won't be able to join the panel for at least a long time because I gotta get this kid to bed and stuff. And I got some stuff to do before the house there, but I'll be listening. But so let's get this be like a kid and get on promenade and get this wrapped up so we can send people off to their
way ahead of you, Gorilla.
All right, so we promoted Sit Danny. He has a sci-fi stream tomorrow. Thank you, Booger 414. Go to his channel, check out his stuff. He has all on his channel. What does Booger have on his channel? I think it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah,
since I went to his channel.
Yeah, he has some things about with cosplay. He and his wife has some good pictures there. That they do stuff, and so I mean he's got some great content. Check him out, and of course he's a very knowledgeable man. I mean he's got a lot of knowledge about pop culture and things, and I love it when he comes up on panels.
Yeah. And thank you, Sedan and Booger, for being here. Thank you for being here, Jim's Landscaping LLC, #1 Commodore Productions. He does the Star Trek fan films. He's been doing a few streams lately, and then he has his puppy videos. So make sure to check him out. And thank you, the Phantom Boomer Explorers, for coming. He does 3 watch parties a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, where they watch different movies on his Cosby channel, and he puts the trailers for those movies on his YouTube channel. So make sure to check him out. Thank you, Scurvy, also known as Lemon Pie, for coming. And thank you, DJ Plain Ice, for coming. Man, that guy had a deep voice. Hopefully he'll come back to our cigar. And thank you very much, Suzanne, for coming. Suzanne's such a sweet gal.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so PvP, what do you got going on?
Nothing much. I don't know. I just haven't been feeling. I've had some problems with health this last month, and once again, I don't know. I just felt tired and sluggish today, but I did manage to go out and get a few things done, so I persevered through it. So I haven't been doing much on my channel because of that. I feel bad. I feel like I'm kind of slacking off a bit, but I just haven't had the focus to really think about putting music playlists together lately. And I still want to do, some live streams. And I did mention, I think I mentioned Gorilla a few days ago. If you wanted to pencil in 30 minutes or whatever, if you have any time this weekend, like just let me know.
Yeah,
And
maybe
Sunday. Oh,
there with the
your microphone's is your microphone working?
I'm sure it's working.
Because hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, just email me, man.
Yeah.
You got my email.
No. Hadley's playing with the button.
Oh, great.
Yeah. No, I'll see what I can do on Sunday. No guarantees yet.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If possible. If not, there's always other weekends.
Or the LDG can also teach you too. He's got the StreamYard inside out.
Oh, yeah, I should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's popcorn season. I got a busy schedule.
Oh shit. Yeah, maybe next weekend. Maybe next weekend if you got time. If that was better, like it's no big deal.
Yeah. So, all right.
Maybe next weekend.
Yeah.
I just want to. I also want to ask Mikey to post that if he's doing a live invite, if he can post it in the private before we end here.
Yeah, I will. PvP. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here first, and then I'm gonna send on to.
Okay.
I was gonna invite Larry to come, and I was gonna invite the ladies to come, and also Jay Aldridge and Jason. So yeah.
I wouldn't mind popping on for a little while. It's not that late here.
Cool. Yeah. Sure.
He says I have nothing. I'll be uploading my first video soon. Oh, cool. I should get you subscribed to you so I can be there. Yeah, I'm working on a series called Ejaculatus.
Eclecticus.
Oh, Eclecticus. Well, from the distance I have,
that's kind of close.
I think you misread that a bit wrong.
I'm a far distance away without my glasses on. It looks like ejaculatus to from here.
Oh, geez.
I'm so glad.
I don't think that would be welcomed on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm so glad it's not what you said. Yeah.
All right, so Mikey, what do you got going on?
Okay, so tonight's stream, I moved it up to 11:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about Star Trek 6 and also some other hot topics that are going on. We will also do a 1-minute memoriam for Miss Dame Maggie Smith, or known as Professor McGonagall, as well as she was in Downton Abbey. Yeah, she died at 89, so we're going to do a little 1-minute remembrance of her. We'll also talk about some Harry Potter too. I'm sure we'll throw that in there here and there. Just different topics. Yeah.
I heard about that. I was gonna, but it's like too late to switch my streams up. It's like I have no extra time to do an extra stream right now.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it's just kind of silly, but but the thing is about Dame Maggie she's also a huge fan. They were very close friends of Dame Judi Dench, who did M in some of those Bond films, even with Daniel Craig. And I think, of anybody who's suffering right now, I know it's her. I know that Dame Judi is suffering the most because Maggie they were like sisters. They were bonded so closely together. So yeah, I feel mostly bad for her. But as for the rest of the week, next week, Monday through Thursday, all my regular shows that you guys are used to seeing. I'm getting very close to finishing up ISIS in 2 more weeks, and then I'll be doing TOS episodes, 2 episodes every day on Tuesday afternoons. So make sure you check that out. And then next week, due to Gorilla suggestion, next Friday's stream is going to start with Planet of the Apes. We're going to do the first 5 Planet of the Apes films. So, that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, when did I suggest that?
Oh, last week.
I never said that.
Stream. You sure did. You recommended it. You said, Mikey, you should do some Planet of the Apes films, and we were talking about that. And you
are you sure that was me? I don't think that was me.
I'm pretty sure that was you, Abe.
Well, then I got drunken without even drinking.
Well, hey, you sort of asked for it. You were demanding simian representation.
Yes, you were. You were asking for equal representation of simians, and I said, okay. We can do that.
Okay. And let's see. Booger says that sort of fake Latin taken by Electra. Cool. Hey, welcome, Pickles. Welcome. And then the
Hey,
Planet of the Apes series, yeah. And then the Broadway show musical.
we're
All
not
right.
doing the Broadway musical crap.
All right. So that's what you got going on next week, Mikey?
Yeah, just all
All
the
right.
normal stuff. Yep.
All right,
yep.
thank you. What do you
Yeah.
got going on, Germ?
Next week we'll have the Sci-Fi Cinema on Tuesday with Andromeda. Nerd Night panel on Thursday. Saturday morning cartoons. Probably not next week, but tomorrow we do have Saturday morning cartoons. The winner of the poll this week, by a single vote, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wow.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
So
Damn it! I knew I forgot.
We'll be watching the shadow game between Yugi and Pegasus.
Oh, so I should have put in 62 votes instead of 60.
Yeah.
All right.
Just missed out.
All right. As for me, let's see. On Tuesday we'll have the Cigar Lounge. On Wednesday we should have Freaks and Geeks, but I might have to push that back to 7:30 with the popcorn sale, because the popcorn sales will usually go until about 7 o'clock or so, outselling. Then on Thursday it'll be the Freaks and Geeks. Oh, no DS9 this week, and it's the Natural on Sunday. Then our next Waltons episode. Oh, we'll be doing Goblet of Fire on Thursday. Then next Friday is the statue. John Boy faces an agonizing possibility of destroying Emily Baldwin's dream in order to make his first literary sale. Grandpa wins a statue that resembles his former girlfriend.
What the hell?
What?
Grandpa's former girlfriend is a statue? Wow. Okay, that's going to be that'll be a weird one, I'm guessing. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, with that, thank you everybody for coming and supporting the stream there. And Booger says, rock me, Dr. Zulia, saying, I hate every ape I see. Chimpanzee to chimpanzee. Well, I don't know how to take that. I guess
that was kind of a good joke, actually, though.
Well, maybe if it was coming from Troy McClure.
I'm a Jew in Nazi-occupied Europe. Fuck you. Fuck the.
You need to watch Classic Simpsons more.
I don't know. Which episode was that?
Selma gets married.
So, that one, okay. Yeah, or she is statuesque. Let's see. And thank you, Samuel's on top. I must miss, post the link for the panel for the quick second, so I can come in, Mikey.
Okay, well.
Yeah, and Booger says Troy McClure. Here, I'll post the link for this one here. Then you guys can do it in the backstage.
Oh, where'd that come from?
Yeah, legitimate theater, Booger.
Yeah. All right,
all the failed movie stars go.
All right, so let's get everybody to head over to their respective streams they're going to. I'm gonna get this kid asleep and all that. Oh, hey, Pickles. All right, so let's leave with let's see, United We Roar.